New Zealand's wool industry's just got a whole new flock of customers. Thanks to a government directive, all agencies must use woolen fibres where appropriate and practical. Today's announcement fulfills a coalition agreement between National and New Zealand First for a sector that's been in decline since the 1970s. Imogen Wells reports.
Today is a big day for wool. It's a big wool day.
An announcement full of woolly one-liners.
Let's make wool great again.
We are putting New Zealand wool first again.
Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters is finally getting a policy he spent decades trying to get through the gate. From July 1st, all government agencies will be directed to use wool in any way, shape or form where practical and appropriate for both new builds costing $9 million or more and refurbs over $100,000.
This policy is a no-brainer.
And if they don't,
We'll have to explain why. They must report annually to the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment and have clear records and articulation for their reasons for not doing so.
Because our wool's so good, it's not just our halls of power using it.
Examples of other countries seeing the benefit of New Zealand wool, including carpet being laid in 25 rooms in the White House.
But in 2023, around 800 New Zealand schools missed out on that benefit. 2 years ago, US company Milliken won an $8 million contract from the Ministry of Education to lay its synthetic carpets made by fossil fuels in our kura, putting Kiwi-made products out to pasture, a decision backed by then-leader of the National Party, Christopher Luxon.
Wool's a fantastic product. Ultimately, though, it's about getting value for the taxpayers' money as well.
In fact, prioritising New Zealand wool in government buildings is something Nationals historically opposed.
It's up to the industry to produce a product that the customers want. Mr Peters has no idea whether it's commercially viable on the government's terms or not.
That's never a position that I've articulated. I actually think this is a very good policy.
And back in 2016, new woolen carpets in his beehive office led to Simon Bridges wandering around with a spray bottle full of water because he kept getting electric shocks.
If I keep spraying on a daily basis, I don't get the shocks. So, look, a bit of judicious squirting every day with that water bottle is a great way to work in things.
Today, there was no exact figure of how much of an injection this announcement will give a sector that's been declining for years, but the industry is still welcoming the move.
It annoys me at times that when I'm exporting in New York, I get a greater reception than I do in this city, and hopefully this announcement will change that.
But there is a chance the new directive could be a wolf in sheep's clothing. It doesn't specify New Zealand wool has to be the fibre of choice. But Peters isn't faced on the technicality.
Is it explicit in these requirements that it has to be New Zealand wool?
Take a while, yes.
Thanks to this shepherd, spring has sprung early.